Hey everyone, and welcome to the summary of Horizon 4's Update 25. Now this was actually a pretty short dev live stream, definitely shorter than usual, and the update itself is a little bit smaller than normal, but we definitely got some really good pieces of info for what's coming in the future. So let's go ahead and start right off the bat with the festival playlist. And for overall rewards, 50% gets you the Diablo GTR and 80% the 92 Toyota Celica. Then moving right into summer, 50% reward is the BMW M3 GTS, and the 80% gets you the Rover SD1. You're also going to see a brand new showcase remix that might be familiar if you played Horizon 3. This entire festival playlist is actually kind of themed around both Horizon 3 and, of course, then Australia. So, what is the new car for summer? We are, of course, getting a Holden, the HSV GTS. I'm super excited to get some more Holdens in the game. Living in the States, these are not really cars I ever see, so it's fun to at least be able to drive them and play around with them in Horizon. Alright, so moving forward into autumn, at 50% you will get the Porsche 718 GTS, and 80% the Mercedes-Benz GT4. And then you'll see there is another new showcase remix themed again after Horizon 3, and another Australian car, the Holden VL Commodore Group A. Now for winter, we are sadly not getting a new car. There are only 3 for this update, but they are all pretty great Holdens. 50% though for winter gets you the ATS GT, and 80% the Porsche Emery 356C. Then moving right into spring, 50% gets us our final Holden, the older HSV GTS R, which is a super rad car, and then the Porsche 356 SL at 80%. Alright, so that just about does it for the major stuff coming to this season's festival playlist. Now the other big thing coming to this update is another run of Tommy's Bargains. This is Tommy's Forzathon Summer Sale Sizzler, and there are actually some very good cars here going for stupidly low prices at 100 Forzathon points. So you can get the old 8.6 for 100, you can get the Ford Supervan, you can get the Rimac Concept 2, lots of pretty rare cars that I know some people have been hunting for in the auction house are now going to be on sale for a very short period of time. As you can see, it's Thursday, the 30th of July through Wednesday, the 5th of August. So make sure you are checking that out on the day you want whatever car you want. So with that out of the way, they moved on to updates and fixes. And although there's really nothing major coming in this update, there are some highly requested features coming hopefully for update 26. One being a garage update. They've been talking about this for a while now. They've kind of gone back and forth, said they're not going to do it, said they are, but I think we've bugged them enough. They are going to be updating the garage size limit. Hopefully it's 1,000 or higher. I mean, I see no reason for them to just not go nuts with it. Obviously it makes the save file a bit bigger, but listen, we need room for all these cars. So hopefully this will be the last time they need to update that garage size limit. The other thing they will be changing, and I know you guys are going to be excited about this one, is the car reset system. And they changed this a few updates ago, and it was pretty universally hated. Basically what the issue is, if you're not already familiar, is that the game will reset your car basically way too soon or at the wrong time. Sometimes you'll go off a big jump, do some cool stunt, land on all 4 wheels, and right before you set down, or even sometimes after, the game resets your car, back to the top of the hill. So they are looking into ways to fix that, hopefully by update 26. And then finally, historically, you have had to do 10 qualifying races in order to qualify for ranked, which does actually take quite a bit. I think they are now knocking that down to 5, so it should be much easier to qualify for ranked online racing. So that is just about it for Horizon 4's Update 25, and a little bit of Update 26, hopefully anyway. However, we're not done yet. After Horizon 4, or I guess Playground Games, does their dev stream, they hand it over to the Turn 10 team, where they do Forza Monthly, which is a more motorsport-focused live stream. And since the new Motorsport was just announced, they did talk a bit about it. They had Chris Isaki back on. He's the creative director at Turn 10. And although he did not give us any super concrete info, stuff like specific features or car lists or whatever, he did talk a bit more about the direction they're taking the franchise and I think it was some worthwhile information, so let's go ahead and summarize it here. So kind of the major focus of the conversation, and honestly part of the reason that this new motorsport is taking so long to develop, kind of surprisingly so, is that they're working a lot on the foundation and the Forza Tech engine. So this means that they're apparently making it faster to create new tracks in cars, so when the game does come out, they'll be able to put out content faster and easier. They're also saying the engine will be able to scale and perform better for a wider range of hardware, so it'll look really nice on high-end hardware, but also play pretty well on low-end hardware as well. Speaking of visuals, they did talk a bit about ray tracing. We did know this was coming, but he did confirm that means they're having to rework a lot of models, just because now with actual ray tracing, a lot of the light maps and just things don't look right when you actually get a real light system like that in there. So we did know they were doing kind of a physics overhaul for the driving physics. They're also doing an AI overhaul, which is, I think, very much needed. Good racing AI can make or break a racing game. And then they said that because this engine is a lot easier to work with, there will be a much stronger response to player feedback because they can implement changes a lot quicker and easier. So that means things like adjusting the racing regulations and penalties, being able to just make really quick hot fixes to player feedback should be something that happens much sooner and more frequently when Forza Motorsport does release. And then finally, to kind of talk philosophically about the goals for the game and the overall concept for the game, I think the thing he said was, it's the most motorsport we've made. And that basically means that they are reimagining and kind of going back to the roots of the motorsport franchise and focusing on the actual motorsport element of that. So take what you will from that. I am hoping this means they're taking a stronger simulation direction with the franchise, but we will just have to wait and see. They did say that they will have a lot more to share soon, so definitely expect a kind of content drip over the next coming months on Forza Motorsport info. So guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.